Let's talk about the rappers for a minute. Can we talk about the rappers for a moment? Let's talk about Tupac Shakur for a moment. Tupac Shakur is a child of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, born out of the spirit of the revolution of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, fire in his bones, huh? Boldness and rebellion in his blood. Born from his beautiful, bold Black Panther mama, Afeni, sitting in the jail cell, a revolutionary woman carrying the fruit of life, marking the child in her womb, marking the child with rebellion, marking the child with insurrection, marking the child with a spirit to not go along with what's been going on.
Beat me, Young G, with a gift to gab.
1999 did a song with Tupac. You know, it was cool. I mean, it was real funny because of the way it came about, you know, because we were actually in Las Vegas at a Tyson fight, and we were sitting around talking about doing something together, and then Suge Knight was like, you know, why don't y'all start talking about it and go ahead and do this shit, man. Y'all can fly back tonight and be back here tomorrow. And we got on a plane that night and left Vegas, went back to LA, the Death Row studio, and me and Pac recorded a song.
Watchmen, ain't no question, I'm suffering a bad case of lyrical congestion, not the one for testing.
And you know, we went in and did something, and it came out hot. You know, like Snoop was supposed to jump on the hook, but he had left early that night, so he never got a chance to. But I mean, but even without his hook, it still came out real hot, you know.
Ask me to blast, no need to ask, cause I'm mashing, peeping the latest fashion, copycats and plastics, get me the flash.
Only Gab can do it like this. Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. You know, for all the people that like to say that Death Row, Tupac, and Suge started this whole East Coast, West Coast thing, and they was tripping on the East Coast, well, all I know is that Tupac and Suge showed a lot of love to the OG East Coast artists. I'll tell you that straight up. I mean, they wouldn't got Kane. They wouldn't got, you know, Eric B. I mean, Greg Nice and Smooth, for that matter. Bobby Brown, Christopher Williams. I mean, a lot of East Coast legendary producers. I mean, the list go on and on. I mean, Tupac is from the East Coast and came up off a lot of that music. So he didn't forget his roots, and he was trying to incorporate everything together. They even had artists from the West Coast, but they paid respect to the legends that put it down, man. Even Grandmaster Flash. I mean, I ain't see Bad Boy signing no OG East Coast artists. They still don't to this day. So Pac showed a lot of love, man, to the people that put it down before him. And he had a lot of respect for Big Daddy Kane, man. And to hear Kane tell his backstory, how him and Tupac actually wound up recording Wherever You Are, I thought it was dope. And I thought a lot of y'all would love to hear that. The song was hot. It was funny to hear Kane and Pac actually rock out together because, you know, Big Daddy Kane was dying off at this point in his career. In the late 90s, Kane wasn't the Kane he was in the early and late 80s. Kane was the man at the beginning, but his career was kind of like dying off, like Hammer's was at this point. And to hear Pac, you know, and Suge snatch him up, put him in the studio, throw him on the track, up in Kane, and him and Pac bouncing off each other was dope. And it showed a different style to Kane. I mean, Kane had a lot of battle raps or like rip rhymes. And then Kane transitioned into like the smooth stuff like for the ladies. And then he was just straight player on this track here with Pac. It was the progression of Big Daddy Kane's career. It went in full circle. Now Kane is back on his strictly hip hop tip. You know, ripping mics all around the country. But he took time out to give you the complete backstory, how he was in Vegas, him and Pac got to talking. Suge said, yo, why don't y'all go to the studio tonight? I can have you back here in Vegas tomorrow, Kane. They did the song. He actually did some work with Hammer as well while he was at Death Row. And I believe they were going to sign Kane eventually to Death Row East. And I'm like, wow. And I know Pac loved Kane. I heard that firsthand. Pac loved Big Daddy Kane when he was just a fan his damn self. Another dope story, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, I need you guys to share and like this video. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Makaveli Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.